Takže čau, já vás vítám u F1 2017 a je to nová série a to intro bylo naprosto boží, když jsem tady nastavoval nějaké věci. Teď budeme si tvořit vlastního řidiče. Tak to jsem na to teda hodně zvědavý. Avatar, tak pojď. Který pak já bych asi byl? Já bych asi byl tenhle. Si vybereme helmu. To je boží. To je boží. A tahle se mi líbí, dokonce si ji můžeme barevně upravit do prdele, to je nádherný. Podle krásnou zelenou. Paně zelenou, pojď. Bude to světlá zelená, takováhle malská. Tak schválně, je tady Českou? Je, jo, ho. Jo, aha. Driver number. Moje oblíbený. Jméno. Tak počkej. Aha. Takže to budeme muset udělat teda takhle, jestli to půjde, nepůjde. Tak to necháme takhle. Aha. Takže to bude... To bude takhle. Uděláme to teda... Takhle. Aha. Takže to bude muset být takhle. Ne. Ježišmarja. Si myslím, že takhle to bude ideální. Register details. Počkej. Dělali, vole. To je ready všecko. Už to nejde, vole, prdele. Jo, aha. Tak já to udělám asi takhle 20. Jde tam, že jo? Nejde. No. Prdele. 23. Register details. Okay.
Welcome to Formula One.
Děkuju za přivítání. Event. Já jsem se měl možná podívat na ovládání. Moment. A. Customize controls, tak. Control sheets. Keyboard. Počkej. Počkej. To se mi nějak úplně nelíbí. Nicméně to prostě zkusíme naholovat tam. A zkusíme takhle teda Malajzii. Vůbec nevím co a jak se ovládá, co a jak se dělá. Zkusíme to. Aha. Počkej. Jsem asi úplně nedal jako. Vydrž. Kickbox automatik zaplať bámbu. Ale já furt nevím, jak se to ovládá. Což mi nevadí na jednu stranu. Na druhou stranu mi to vadí, protože to samozřejmě chci dát co nejlíp, ale tohle boží.
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang for what is going to be a fascinating race. It's the Malaysia Grand Prix.
Hezký přivítání, děkuju. Objektiv, bla 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 bla. Aha, takže my se máme dostat na bodované pozice.
We're running an excess of fuel. We can turn up the engine to mix mode 3 if you need it, or turn fuel to rich.
Ten se zatáčí do prčic. To nejde. Co? Počkej, to nějakhle se mi nelíbí asi úplně tohleto. Co to ovládá? Prdele. Ty vole. Jo, aha. Co je kurva? No počkej. Mi nějak není jasný tohle úplně.
And here are our podium drivers today after that
To nehofu. Tak ještě jednou. Samozřejmě. Tomu furt úplně jakoby nerozumím. stále a zase tomu nerozumím. Malajsie. Opět. To jako není úplně. No tak to zkusíme nějak zaovládat.
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang, where the cars and drivers are getting ready to start the Malaysia Grand Prix.
Aha. Jo takhle. Když to už zase nezatáčí, vole. Zatoč se.
Okay, you've been
Debile.
pushing your luck on the track limits too much. We've been given a 3-second penalty.
Aha, aha. Jo.
Okay, gap ahead is 11.6 seconds. The stewards have awarded us a 10-second time penalty.
Se nezatáčí, vole, nezatáčí prostě. Ale bych mu použil jako vibrátor, ty vole, ale prostě to nezatáčí, ty já dělám, co dělám, tak to nezatáčí, jestli si to tam chce. A já nevím, vole, nevím. Proč to nezatáčí, do píče?
You've taken damage to the front wing. We recommend you pit for repairs before this becomes a serious problem for us. We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Jasně, nejde, vole, no, jasně. Nevím, nechápu to zatím, ale na to přijdu.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their basic rattling after another excellent Grand Prix.
Zatím se nám teda nedaří. A zkusíme se podívat ještě do dalších možností té hry. Kariéra, to by mě zajímalo, co to je. Zvolit tým, ty vole. Tak já asi půjdu za Ferrari. Nebo na Mercedes. Asi Mercedes. Teammate Lewis Hamilton, tak pojď. Tomuhle teda úplně jako nerozumím. Úplná kvalifikace. Bla 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 asistky. Musíme to na manuál a teda nejde to dát níž, ty vole. A jde. Dáme si to na velmi jednoduché. Nevím, co je. Safety car on. Bla bla bla, assist, vole. Beginner, tohle, dobrý. Weather dynamic, no to už známe, vole. Tak jo, advanced. Tohle je dobrý.
Yes, and I respect that. But my client has a championship to contest. So if you want our participation, I'm afraid the concessions are mandatory.
To je hodně dobrý.
That's fine. Get back to me when you can. Goodbye. No one ever just signs the contract. Anyway, thanks for coming by on such short notice. I just needed to cover a couple of quick things with you before you race. Firstly, as requested, is a copy of your contract. It's a rolling deal. However, the team reserves right of termination if you fail to meet performance standards. You're second driver for now, but work hard, hit your targets, and I'll be able to sweeten the deal. I'm also looking to get you into some invitational events throughout the season. The experience and exposure from these will be great for your image. Plus, you'll get to drive some nice historic cars. Now then, go get ready for the next session. And good luck.
Tohle je hodně slušný. To je hodně velká pecka.
The track acclimatization program, available in free practice sessions, allows you to learn the track whilst earning resource points for the development of your car. On-track markers show the key points through each corner, and the more of these you're able to consistently drive through at an appropriate speed, the higher your score and the more resource points you'll be rewarded with. Try and chain together multiple successful corners for a consistency boost to your score. Consistency over a long distance is vital in Formula One, so being able to manage tyres and reduce tyre wear is a useful skill. The tyre management program available in free practice sessions will help you learn tyre management while earning resource points for development of your car. Be careful on the controls to reduce the amount of tyre slip and therefore wear. The better you can do this, the higher you will score and the more resource points you'll receive. You'll need to balance tyre management with speed, as you must stay under the target lap time. When the on-screen bar moves towards the red end, that means that you're wearing your tyres more than expected at this part of the lap. When it moves towards the purple, you're wearing them less. Stay in the green or purple for a successful test.
Dobrá. Bude teďka je.
The qualifying pace program available in free practice sessions challenges you to beat a target time that corresponds to an expected position on the starting grid. Complete 3 flat-out laps on the fastest tyre compound to set the best time you can, and you'll earn resource points for hitting your target.
Ty vole, tady tohle.
In today's era of hybrid engine technology,
No, asi.
in the unforgiving world
Jo,
of
to je to s
Formula
tím
1, free
tabletem.
practice sessions are a vital part of any Grand Prix weekend. During your F1 career, you'll be able to utilise these sessions to complete practice programmes which will help you learn the track and earn you points that can be invested in developing your car. You'll also be able to adjust your car setup over the course of these sessions to try and find those extra fractions of a second. Races aren't won from the start line, but they can be lost, so getting a good start can make an important difference to your Grand Prix. As the lights come on, engage the clutch by holding the gear up button. Then, feed in the throttle to build up the revs. When the lights go out, release the clutch and it's away we go. But be careful not to release the clutch too early, or you may end up jumping the start. If your RPM is too low when you drop the clutch, your car may go into anti-stall. Don't panic if this happens, keep a cool head, clutch in, build up the RPM and then release the clutch just like the start procedure to get underway again.
Dobrá.
The formation lap is an opportunity to practice your race start and put some energy through your tyres and brakes to get them up to the optimal temperature for the beginning of the race. When the light goes green, pull away from the grid and stay in position, making sure to keep your car in good condition as you drive a lap at a steady but consistent pace in order to prepare for the start of the Grand Prix.
To bude asi moc těžký na mě, ale...
Tyre selection is a critical issue in Formula 1, and the current tyre regulations give individual drivers more freedom than ever. Pirelli allow 13 sets of dry tyres and 7 sets of wet tyres for a full race weekend, so you need to be careful to make your allocation last the distance. From the dry sets, 3 are pre-selected by Pirelli and marked as mandatory for Q3 in the race, but drivers can adjust their allocation for the other 10 sets from the 3 available compounds. Just remember, during the Grand Prix, every driver must use one of Pirelli's mandatory tyres plus 1 set from a different compound.
Okay.
There's a huge amount of time to be won and lost in the pits, but ensure that you don't get too greedy as you approach the pit lane speed limit line. On the approach, you'll see a notification of the pit lane speed limit and your distance to the limit line. If you cross this threshold too fast, you'll be given a speeding penalty, so be careful. There are valuable tenths to be won by getting it right though, so leave your braking as late as you dare. At the pit exit, it's important not to cross onto the racetrack before reaching the end of the white pit exit line. The safety car may be deployed if there's an incident or if the conditions are too dangerous to drive in. Once the safety car is out on track, there's no overtaking permitted and you must keep your lap time above a minimum in order to safely form a queue behind it. You can judge your pace using the delta element of the on-screen display. Ensure you drive slowly enough to keep it positive. Once the line has formed, the safety car will re-enter the pits. Remember that there's no overtaking until the green flag's at the first safety car line. If the incident is less severe, the virtual safety car may be deployed. It's not necessary to form a queue under the VSC. but just stay above a certain delta time and obey yellow flag rules until the virtual safety car period comes to an end.
Dobře. Stále tady máme nové zprávy, multifunctional display, mě asi nezajímá.
The drag reduction system, or DRS, opens a flap on the rear wing to reduce drag and improve the straight line speed of the car. Drivers are able to use this system in specific DRS zones as long as the circuit is dry. There are no additional restrictions to DRS use in practice and qualifying. However, in a race, the system can only be used when the driver is 1 second or less behind another. Watch the bar at the bottom of your multifunction display as you approach the DRS zone to see your distance to the activation point, and activate it by pressing the DRS button when the prompt appears.
Dobré. Tohle už jsme viděli, takže Go to Practice 1. Pořád jako nevím, jak to mám přesně ovládat, ale to bude o to větší trenda.
Welcome to our viewers from around the globe. You join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Rookie Lance Stroll mounted himself a seat in the Williams this season after Bottas has switched to Mercedes. Hamilton will be looking to secure his fourth championship this season. This season marks double world champion Fernando Alonso's 16th year racing Formula 1. This year was the need to...
Teď nevím, co jsem zvolil, ale to prostě nikdo nebolí. Už se do toho trošku dostávám. Proběhám trošku, ale... Do stěny, kurva! A je to říkám.
You've knocked the front wing. The damage only looks minor, but you'll need to take it easy to avoid making the problem worse.
To bylo. A on to je hajzl. Kurva! Ale to je docela hodička, teda musím říct. Jo. tohleto, kurva. Výborně to brzdil. Netočí prostě. Já neviděl DRS, samozřejmě, no. Esteban Ocon, to ani neznám. Na formule neviděl. Jako 15 let. Teda hajzl. Pojď sem, počkej, brzdíme, au.
Your front wing is damaged. Performance will be affected.
Že jsme přední kolo. Budeme rozjíždět, ale... Čistě projetá jedna zatáčka, myslím, že čistě. Tam... Ajajajaj, brzda. Oj, ty se to bylo moc rychle. Brzdíme, klid. A zase tu netočilo. Byl kontakt. Tady budeme nosou.
The front wing is in a really bad state. We need you back in the pits this lap.
Tady mám zajít do boxu, no ale to není... To není malo já, že dám. DRS, ne? Ne. Oh, ne. Jde do boxu, že by? OK. Co nebudu moci dělat? Aha. Nějaký větší problém trošku. A úplně nevím, co se tady děje. Jenom výtku, aha.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
A pojedeme. Ještě jednou teda, to zkusíme. Brzdí. OK, tak pojď. Já jsem, nevím kolikát je to jedno. Zase netočí. 20 vteřin jsem držel, vole, to, aby to zatočilo. A nic. DRS. No, tak já myslím, že to by stačilo takhle pro ukázku. Ale tady těm formulím se určitě budem věnovat. A já myslím, že to bude velká sranda, tak se mějte a příště zase čau.